Okay, we're at line 17 now, the Kepler Spacecraft Satellite, Dr. David Koch, NASA SETI. This is my exciting one because it's actually proving to you a lot of the stuff I've been talking about. I found out last night that it has proven quite a few of the theories that I had. So that was really exciting for me. I was all happy to read this last night. So this is part 90. Again, you're going to want to start at line 17A and go through each of the data. This is based on the math equation 14.1, 113, 2, and 1 from the line 17 in the SETI 1977 alien radio signal. I'm going to start with my thoughts. January 23rd, 2012, 9:27 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Update RGB number 85837C spectrum for the Maya planet location and alien contact radio signals compared to photos from NASA. Color match found January 23rd, 2012 around 8 p.m. Researched it for an hour to make sure. Okay, so basically what came up from the Maya SETI signals, they gave me that spectrum number. They said it was the color of their planet. They said it's the color of their radio signal. As of last night, I found out from the NASA photos that were released that that same color is the same color as the Kepler planet region, which is where I said that the Maya planet was. So it's a confirmation to me that the Maya planet is in the Kepler region. Okay? And the fact that it comes up during our Kepler spacecraft satellite, that's kind of cool too, right? So this is what came up. This is the Kepler satellite that's currently out in space right now. As of January 2012, it is currently finding thousands and thousands of habitable planets and all sorts of new things that they didn't know. They published some new stuff yesterday. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to show it to you here, okay? So it says the Schmidt corrector with 0.95 Mia diameter stop, thermal radiator, primary mirror, mounting collet, focal plane and sunshade, 55 degrees solar avoidance. Okay, so this is the illustration of the Kepler spacecraft. It was posted February the 15th, 2011. The source is from Dr. David Koch, Kepler Deputy Principal Investigator. I can't talk. I'm sorry. He's using it for the permission of the U.S. government from NASA. Okay. And if you want to wiki it, it's under Kepler Spacecraft 20110215. Okay. And let's go over here. Okay, some details about your Kepler spacecraft. It was launched on March the 6th, 2009. The Kepler spacecraft is continuing to scan the heavens for Earth-like exoplanets. Exoplanets, we talked about that in an earlier video. The U.S. $591 million Kepler. That's a lot of money. Boasts the largest camera ever sent into space, incorporating a 0.95 meter diameter Schmidt telescope with an array of 42 CCDs, each with 2200 by 1024 pixels. As of 2018, there's a bigger one going up. It's called the James Webb Telescope. There is a video about it earlier. I don't know what number it is right now, but you can look it up. It's in this video series. It came up on the SETI signal, so that's something to look at. It's gonna be a bigger one than this one. So NASA has recently released 43 days worth of data covering more than 156,000 stars in the Cygnus Lyra region of our galaxy, but more analysis is needed before any conclusive findings can be made. So basically, they look at the stars and they look by the stars to see if there's any planets or suns in them. Okay. So I found this picture. It's an artist's impression of a Jupiter-sized planet transiting in front of a parent star. That's how they can find planets, is when it goes in front of a star. Look how big a star is. I mean, it looks like the sun, right? But that's just a star, and then this is a planet. Like, wow. I didn't know stars were so big. When you look up at them in the sky, they look tiny. Like tiny little dots up there. So I updated this on January 23rd, 2012 at 8:19 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I basically did this last night. So this is the artist's rendition of the Kepler spacecraft. So it looks like. This is the new thing that we came up with. Do you remember that video? I don't know if you guys seen it or not. It's called YU55. I believe it was about an asteroid that was passing Earth, and I filmed it back in November. And there was a red dot in it. And I said that that I could see this red dot, this red planet up there, and I thought it was kind of weird that yesterday I found out that NASA's discovered this tiny planet, red dwarf star, and it's got 3 planets around it. So astronomers using data from NASA's Kepler mission have discovered a tiny solar system consisting of a red dwarf star known as Koch 961 and 3 planets which are 0.78, 0.73, and 0.57 times the radius of Earth. That's the picture of it. There's the Koch 961 and its 3 known planets. That's what they look like. And they're comparing it to Jupiter and its 4 moons. So the smallest of the 3 planets is approximately the size of Mars, with a surface temperature of around 400 degrees Celsius, 750 degrees Fahrenheit. The planets are thought to be rocky like Earth, but orbit much closer to their star, making them too hot to hold liquid water, making them uninhabitable, or at least for us. See, now they're finally putting that. Before they used to say it's uninhabitable, and I says, you know, that's not really true. Because according to here on Earth, we have these vents, Atlantis vents, where they found the lost city, parts of the lost city of Atlantis. And they found some species living in these vents, and they're like at 800 degrees, which is the same, 750 degrees Fahrenheit, right? And they're living in an 800 degree temperature, and they were tested, and they're like 3,000 years old, so they are from the same time as the Maya. So, who knows, right? Maybe they're related. Who knows? Although over 700 planets have been discovered and confirmed to orbit other stars known as exoplanets, only a handful are known to be rocky. So, got another quote there. Okay, this is more data here, so I'm not sure what to do next. Okay, I'm going to go back over here, and then I'll go back over there. Yeah, I'm not organized, I know. Sorry. For the first time using the technique known as transit timing variation, TTV, a team of astronomers from Germany, Bulgaria, and Poland have discovered an exotic extrasolar planet with 15 times the mass of Earth in the system WASP-3. 700 light years from the Sun in the constellation of Lyra. This came up during a Google search, and I just thought it was interesting. The vast majority of extrasolar planets have been discovered using the radial velocity and transit methods. And this is back, I believe, in 2007 or 2009. This is how they were finding planets first before the Kepler. After originally being discovered with the radial velocity method in 1999. HD 209458b became the first exoplanet to be seen with this transit method. Isn't that the planet that I put that was near the Maya planet? I don't know. I have to look that up. I'll have to refer back to that, because that 209458, that looks familiar. And this is line K. It's amazing. I just put it all together last night. I didn't really pay attention to it. So the transit method involves observing the drop in the brightness of a star as a planet crosses or transits in front of it. That's how they tell if there's a planet or not. The amount of the star dims will depend on the size of the star and the size of the planet. This method is being deployed by the Kepler and Koch space missions in its search for planets similar to the Earth. Hey, we're going to have to look up Koch and see what that's about. Just give me a second here. I have to know, right? The Gizmag. Okay, hard rain is going to fall on exoplanet Koch 7b. Exoplanet Koch 7b. They have a lava of boiling oceans on its surface. Oh, they found another planet. Okay, it's something to do with another planet. Okay, so TTV was suggested as a technique for discovering planets years ago. Like the transit method, The new TV approach is an indirect method. If a typically large planet is found, then the gravity of additional smaller planets will tug on the larger object, causing deviations in the regular cycle or transits. The TTV technique compares the deviations with predictions made by extensive computer-based calculations, allowing astronomers to deduce the makeup of the planetary system. So you go to www.gizmag.com. They got all sorts of cool stuff there. The team are now using the 10-meter Hobble-Eberly telescope in Texas to study WASP 3c in more detail. New hunting techniques to aid in the search for extra-like planets. That was in 2010 they were doing that. So we'll pop back over to here. Okay, so quote, the Kepler spacecraft is an American observatory that serves as the space-based portion of NASA's Kepler mission. That's what we've been hearing a lot about from SETI. Kepler searches for planets by continuously monitoring the position of more than 150,000 stars and looking for changes in their luminosity levels caused by transiting planets. The crossing or transiting phenomena is known as astronomical transit and describes the process of one celestial body passing in front of another, partially obscuring a small part of it. The occurrence is not dissimilar to a solar eclipse, although that phenomenon is known as solar transit. Discovering Koch 961 and its orbiting planets are the latest among the Kepler mission's many accomplishments. In December 2011, scientists announced that the mission's first confirmed planet in the habitable zone. That was the Kepler 22b. The planet, which is 2.4 times the size of Earth, they call it Earth's twin. And later that same month, the team discovered the first extrasolar Earth-sized planets. These planets are known as Kepler 20e and 20f. I've got more details about them on my Skidoo blog. It's the first link on the video. You can go there and see it. Actually, I've never shown it to you guys, have I? That's not smart. So I'm just going to double click. You can also go to the video. I've got the notes brought here, but I'm just going to show you. See this link at the top here? This is the link I've written about with the different planets. And this is where I do some research on my Skidoo blog. And I also grab videos from other people that have seen sightings, just so you know where it is. Okay, there's lots of interesting stuff on there. It's where I started writing about space, and then I added the video thing. So it's Aliens, Mayas, UFO, Kepler 22 Planet, and then it's skidoo.com. Or go to www.skidoo.com, aliens-mayas-UFO-Kepler-22-planet to see that blog. And it's got information about this Kepler 20e and f. Okay. And then I've got this over here. Transit light curves. It's showing how the light curve changes. See, it's smaller, and then with the 5B it's bigger. 6B, it's even, it shows how many days it takes. I don't understand what this means. Orbital period of days. This is the flux. And these are the light curves. So these are the different spaces. And when they pass in front of these stars, these are all habitable planets. These light curves of Kepler's first 5 planet discoveries show not only a drop in star brightness as a planet transits a star, but an indication of the planet's inclination. How far from the center the planet is passing across the star. I don't know what that means. Maybe you guys do. Okay. So let's go here. January 23rd, 2012, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My thoughts. I'm finding out that back in 2009 there was different telescopes used to find planets. I guess Kepler is the most recent one for this journey, and it's sending back a lot more data than the others did back in 2010 and 2011. I just came across something very interesting. Remember when I said I had no idea where the Kepler satellite or planets were? I just found a photo to show us where. Cool. Now I can study them to see if I'm off in the right or wrong direction. Okay, so see the Milky Way galaxy over here. Now, when I saw this picture, I like whooped. Woo! I was all excited, right? Because the different regions are as follows. Aquila comes up in the WOW signal. We have Sagitta, that came up. This is Delphinus, Cygnus, Albero, Lyra, Vega. Vega came up. And this is the Kepler field of view. This is where the Kepler satellite is concentrating its view. M29, M39, M56, M57, M71, M27, M39. M stands for Messier. So in Sagittarius region is where we keep getting alien radio signals in 2011. There's a constant signal that they're getting, and they don't know why it's coming from that region and who it's coming from. They still haven't figured out how to read it. So 2011, 2012, we're getting this continuous signal. It says CM71. Aquila came up in the WOW SETI signal in 1977. Data, Vega, and Kepler field of view. All those things came up. This is the Milky Way galaxy that we're talking about. Now I want to show you something. You see Sagittarius arm. This area is where the WOW SETI signal was. Perseus arm over here. This is where I've figured out the Maya planet is hiding in this area. There's Orion Spur. That's where I spotted the red planet. There's the sun, and then there's the Kepler search space between here and here is 3,000 light years. So you see, they're in the Kepler area. Right there. Right where I said they'd be. The Maya planetary location prediction to the right of Perseus arm. Red planet seen by naked eye, January 23, 2012, by Orion Spur near Kepler search space region. And the WOW SETI 1977 in the Sagittarius arm. Okay? So the sea of the Milky Way galaxy. Boy, am I ever excited now. I'm back to my thoughts. All this time, I didn't know if I was way off here or not. This proves I'm not. Sweet. Look at the diagram. Perseus arm. Maya planetary location UFO radio signals. So this is the quasar 1243, I think we had. Sorry, let's pop over to it here. This one here, 2148 plus 11, that's in that region. Okay, we brought that one up. And then we have the Sagittarius arm. You have your WOW SETI radio alien contact signal received August 15, 1977. And then we have the Kepler planetary region in between. How about that? Orion Spur. Last night I was looking up at the stars, and to the right of Orion's belt in the northwest region of Canada, I saw something gray that's round and looks like a planet or spaceship. It's been hovering over St. Catharines for some time now, since I started that videotape of the YU-55 satellite that crashed down to Earth. I saw this red planet way up in the sky. It was there, and then it disappeared. I was happy to see something different, and then I find these pictures today talking about a red planet. Isn't that awesome, or what? I actually took Harry out with me outside, and I pointed out this red planet to him, and I thought it was weird, and then it was there and it was gone. Yeah, how can it disappear? I'm beginning to wonder if it's a planet or if it's a UFO thing. Anyways, yeah, it disappeared, and then I come into the house and started doing some more research, and guess what? I find about these 3 planets with this red dwarf planet, and I thought, what are the chances? So I actually sent an email to NASA asking, what are the coordinates for that red dwarf star, as if they could blog it or something, so we can find out if it's in the same area that I was looking. Okay? So, the next exciting thing that came up was what I told you at the beginning, the confirmation that I got. The Kepler Spectra binary code, RGB number 85837, comes up on January 3rd, 2012, 1:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and they may say it's the color of their planet. Looking at the chart below in the Kepler data, guess what? It's the same color. Here's the link where I found it. Okay, so this is, I'm just going to give you a quick peek over here so you know what I'm talking about. This is the first 5 planet discoveries made with the first 43 days of data. This is from the SETI and NASA. This is the Kepler exoplanets, and the green is the habitable planets, right? But look at the color here. It's kind of like a yellow-orange. And I said that the Maya planet is in between the Saturn and Jupiter in this area, and I've got 2 kicking around here. So I sent them an email with the coordinates that I found for that planet, and I'm asking NASA and SETI to take a look at it and see whether or not there is something there. Okay? So it says, remember that according to the Maya data found in the WOW SETI signal 1977, they are located in between Saturn and Jupiter, with the third point being HD 209458. Hey, remember earlier I said I needed to check the HD 209458b? And that comes up in this too. Okay, so here's the color that came up. And this is the color that they said was their planet color. Not their planet color, it's the color of their spectrum. When I first got it, back in the beginning of January, I didn't know what spectrum was. I didn't know what the color was, but I kept notes of it because I figure sooner or later I'll figure it out. And there it is. There, looks the same, right? I don't know if it's exactly the same, but I found it on this side here, www.perbank.dkrgb/85837C. And he's got an RB chart and multi-tool. And he's got it here, amber's gray it's called. And it's got all these degrees. I don't know what these degrees mean. I don't know if that'll help with your planet search or not. But there's all the data. So I pulled it over here so I wouldn't forget it. I had a heck of a time trying to find this because I didn't have the link, so I had to go back and Google it, and I Googled 85837C and nothing came up. I was mad. So it took me a while to figure out what this link was. So I had moved the new SETI message videos to after the WOW signal ones. So what that means is my first set of videos that I was going to video blog was about this spectrum thing, right? But then what I did, as you can see in my notes here, I put the WOW SETI here because I figure it's the bigger one and it's got more stuff in it. And I moved my SETI messages over to here. So it's 2 tiles over. So these are the next set of videos. Well, that's my titles and notes, and these are my SETI messages. I sent a brand new message out again. I did some more deciphering. I started working on crop circles, and then I got a new alien message that came in. So I had moved the new SETI messages video to after the WOW signal ones, and it came up in that section which will be filmed after this one. I took my original message that I sent to SETI on December 6, 2011 for the alien contact and took each of the words and Googled them. Just so we know, we're down to the last bar on my camera. For some reason it's not lasting very long, so I hope we don't run out. This spectrum came up with the message, look for us here. That's the spectrum. I also talked about spectrum in part 19 called the natal chart planetary location, spectrum, relative angles, astrological aspects, and that's on my blog. Victoria Stafford, a Psychic Investigation. It was posted on January 6th. So you look on the calendar for January 6th then, okay? I just found out that the search tool on my blog doesn't work very well. So if you want to see a certain video along with its reference notes and links, Google it. Funny, yesterday I kept getting this feeling that I needed to make a video about the spectrum, but not for the planetary location. The message from the Maya during my meditation I did January 21st, 2012 was for the SETI Institute. You want to look at this color of spectrum in your radio telescope transmissions, and then you will find the alien replies to your messages. I actually sent them a comment. I went to the SETI Institute YouTube channel, and I sent them a comment about this RGB number, and I told them that they need to look at and you know, match it up with the planets that they found and with the radio signal to see if they can find the Maya planet. So 174 Hertz Venus 7 spectrum first comes up in the data on the meditation section, update January 23rd, 2012, 8:54 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, my thoughts. Okay, so the first time the word spectrum came up in my research was online, on the 100 in the meditation section. So I did a Google on the X11 colors. Okay, so what I did, it says on here X11 over here. We'll look at the data here. Okay, this is the Kepler Spectra binary color. And remember all the stuff that came up with it? And then it had X11. So I thought that looks interesting. Because remember my stars had a number, had numbers with it. The star, the Pentagon star that I drew, it had numbers with it. And 11, Saturn 11 came up. So then that's why it caught my eye. So then I Googled it. And I got... I did a Google on the X11, colored some data, and found this cool tool. A wavelength frequency calculator. I know it has something to do with stars and planets. This website, Procata, has so many cool space tools on it. Check it out. So let's go take a look at it. This is www.procato.com. This is the calculator for wavelength frequency. You need this for when you're doing stars and planet calculations, and it's got sun and moon, unit converters. I don't know. I found it during my Google, and I thought it'd be fun to share with you. So, and then the wavelength is lambda equals wave velocity v divided by frequency f. Okay. So you want to see video number 40, Aliens Maya's Planet, 22 hours, 31 minutes, 57.0 seconds. That's where I said that the Maya planet is located. In the Pegasus Hohmann M15 HD 209458 region. And it's near the quasar GR 2148 plus 11. And while SETI radio signals, that's the name of that video. To see the exact coordinates of the Maya planet location and compare it with these photos, now I'm feeling better about blogging this fact. I was worried that I was way off, but this confirms I'm on the right track. So between getting the message during a meditation and finding out that I don't have to wait till the end of this 100 video series. Actually, I thought it was going to be 100 videos. We've already reached the 100 video mark. We're probably going to have about 120 videos. To create a video about the Maya spectrum for their planet and alien radio signals. I'm shocked. It was 2 videos ago, and I was trying to figure out how to bring it into this video series, and then voila. The universe provides a way, the Maya way. Ask and you shall receive is in the Bible. I used the same quote when I did the meditation asking the aliens to give us some advanced technology. It's pretty cool and deep, but hey, I hope you're learning new things like I am. It's 9:25 p.m., a whole hour later. Not bad for this research section. So that's the end of 17L. And we're running out of battery power, so I will try the next one and see if we can get it.